I never believed in urban legends or folklore, so when my friend talked about Slenderman, it was no surprise that I laughed it off. This, however, made my friend very angry, and she said, "Laugh all you want, because the day Slenderman gets you, there will be no escape." I was a bit taken aback by my friend's ominous warning. I had never before seen her so enraged, as she had always been a very quiet and composed girl. I quickly shrugged it off, finished my drink, and partied hard. By the time I reached home, it was midnight. Rather untimely for a 16-year-old, I suppose. My parents were farmers, and being in a small town meant driving several kilometers into town to sell crops. Since my parents were away, I took the chance and went to the party. It was something I would have never been allowed to attend alone, as I live a bit away from the county, near the woods. Soon as I entered the house, something felt off. Even though nothing was out of place, I felt the presence of someone, or rather something, watching me. Suddenly, the lights in the room started flickering, and I heard a faint whisper. My head started to feel heavy, and the room started spinning, the colors being distorted and morphed into horrific kaleidoscopes. I started to feel breathless, and I saw drops of blood pooling at my feet. I soon realized that the blood was coming from my nose. Before I could gather my bearings, I saw a shadow near my feet, and when I looked up, I saw him. The tall, faceless man in a black tux, and somehow I knew it was him, Slenderman. Froze in terror as he approached me with his long, slender arms, reaching for me. I tried to run, but I felt as though I was moving in slow motion, and when I could finally move, I tripped. Slenderman moved closer and closer until he was right in front of me. With his tentacle-like arms, he started to grab me. It was then that I returned to my senses and grabbed his featureless face. It felt smooth, almost like a mask. Instinctively, I started to tug at it as his hand started to coil around me, choking the life out of me. Before I blacked out, I did the unthinkable. I pulled his face off. Urban legends were so wrong. Slenderman did have a face. As my vision started fading away, my last memory was of a grotesque face with two slits for eyes, glowing ominously, and a mouth wide open, revealing 3 pairs of jagged teeth. I don't know why, but after that, he let out a blood-curdling scream, and I felt my body hit the floor, being unconscious for who knows how long. When I regained my consciousness, I saw nothing but infinitive darkness, and I felt excruciating pain. Then I realized what happened. To those who are listening, if you see him, run away, and whatever you do not try to see his face, for it will turn you blind, taking your sight with him.